if you could share who you are and where you worked when we started, what your leadership level was, how many people you were working with.
Sure.
Uh-huh.
So my name is Todd Dillon,
Uh-huh.
and when we started working together, I was working at the Federal Reserve Bank of Boston, delivering the United States' first new cash rail in nearly 50 years. I was initially brought in to lead a site reliability engineering team, and I actually took over more of a DevOps and site reliability engineering team. So I was the director of cloud operations for the Federal Reserve Bank of Boston, leading a team that started with 2 people, including myself, that grew to about 30 people total.
Great. And share what got you interested in the leadership coaching with me.
Sure. So I'd had the pleasure and privilege of having some executive coaching during my time at EMC Corporation,
Uh-huh.
and I really enjoyed it. I could see immediately the impacts that it made, but really that coaching was mainly focused on wearing V-neck T-shirts and not straight collar T-shirts, wearing a jacket to meetings, and it was really interesting. I always dressed professionally, but putting on a jacket, that increased my gravitas within the office building, within meetings. And so I saw the value right away of working with an executive coach who worked with C-level and vice president and president level executives. And that's what I've always aspired to be. I want to be in those rooms, helping inform strategy and making decisions. And so when that training ended, it propelled me forward, but I realized I hadn't taken the step from that director level, and I wanted to fill in the gaps that would make me that C-level, vice president, president level executive, so that I could be more hands-on and really have more of a be able to forge the direction of the company or business that I was working in. And so when I saw your profile, and I'll be honest with you, after our first conversation, you made me feel so at ease, and I felt like you were somebody I just had to work with.
Well, thank you. And what are some of your favorite things about doing the coaching with me?
There are probably too many to really list. I would say my favorite thing is you've coached me more broadly than I thought executive coaching was. You've given me great reading assignments. You have really coached me in the most important area. You've made me a cheerleader for me. We often don't see ourselves, and really, and a lot of times that's associated with the negative things. But oftentimes, especially senior leaders, as they're trying to crack that ceiling or get to the next level, they have imposter syndrome, and without being just a mouthpiece or saying, "Oh, you're great," you really point out and help people find their strengths. I think the fact that you put people through the Clifton Strength Finder, the fact that you actually got to know me, the fact that you've talked to me about not only my professional aspirations but my personal aspirations. I would also say I actually had some of the AI tools reread the book that I started. I never thought in my wildest dreams or even considered writing a book about anything. And you've encouraged me. Your encouragement, guidance, your empathy, your selflessness. I mean, ultimately, I could go on for hours and hours about you make me feel valued. And in that regard, when we're not working together, I push myself because I want to be the person that Sabrina says that I am. And so you inspire and you encourage me to be the best executive and even more so the best human being that I can possibly be.
Oh, wow. I'm very touched by what you said. Thank you so much.
Absolutely, absolutely. I'm touched by all the work and effort that you've put into helping me get to where I've gotten.
Thank you. And you also joined the Impact Executive Leadership Mastermind. How has that been for you?
What an amazing thing! The fact that you invited me to be a part of it, I was humbled, and then the caliber of professionals that you get to work with. I think I would highly recommend it to anyone who has the opportunity to do it because I met a diverse group of executives and aspiring executives, with some in the tech space. So that's right where that's near and dear to my heart, with
Yeah.
people outside of that space and people, entrepreneurs, people who are looking to grow themselves. And what I've found in that experience is listening and learning new tricks and new techniques. And one of the hardest things I've found, and one of the most important things I realize these days, is having a good network of people that you can bounce ideas off of. And every one of these people has provided me with valuable insights. They've taken the time to meet with me outside of the Masterminds program. I don't want to, I won't name names, but some of us are actually meeting quite regularly, talking about the problems of today. And it feels really good as I make my way to my next thing to actually be able to collaborate with someone who's going through a similar growing pains in an organization or post promotion that I've gone through, and being able to ideate with them and to share war stories. And again, just to have that camaraderie with other professionals who are looking to better themselves is amazing.
Wow. Thank you. And what would you say to people considering coaching with me, but they're still hesitating um, because you've tried it? What would you say to them?
I would say, as with anything, always be curious, try, learn new things. I think there's no downside to it. I've found that just speaking to someone about where you want to go and have them ask you the pertinent questions. The fact that I think the things that you don't even advertise, the fact that you have assisted me with interview prep, you've reviewed documents that I've put together, you've steered me to affirmations and readings and all manner of things that I wouldn't have found on my own. And if I would have, it probably would have taken me months or years. So my advice to anybody considering executive coaching in any fashion, highly recommended. But with you, if you want someone who's going to be in your corner and work closely with you and really get to know you as a human being and help you really build the muscles of your core strengths, Sabrina, you're the person to go to. I would recommend you to anyone, and I already have. Think you know that I would recommend you to anybody aspiring to be an executive who has gravitas, an executive who is empathetic, and who wants to be the best leader that they can be. So I can't speak highly enough, and so just do it. And I don't want to steal Nike's tagline.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Todd, for taking the time to do this. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you for all of your hard work, and really, I'm appreciative and so thankful that you've come into my life.
Thank you.